Hello, I love you. Won't you tell me your name? Hello. Hey, babe. Um, there it goes. Woo! Ah. Feels good to sit. Really does. Word up, my people. So, here we are. We are in September. Oh my God. We're in September. September the 9th, 2021. For those of you just joining us, welcome to the Freak Show. Take that how you want it. You can take that to refer to this Wandering Focus blog, video blog, or to the world at large, because the pandemic of 2020 is still raging and seems to be creating more problems for everybody. So that sucks. But the good news is one day we will all be able to tell our grandkids. I mean, I would be very surprised if I actually have grandkids. If I do, then something has gone off plan, off book. I don't know what I'm saying. All right, so a couple things just to make you aware of. So it is September 9th, but it's still hot as summer outside. What do you think I was going to say? Do you think I was going to cuss? What? I wouldn't do that. I would do that. I'm not. It is hot outside. Actually, it's only in the upper 80s right now in South Georgia, where I live. That's Georgia in the United States, not... I'm not going to say that because I'm going to get my geography wrong. Anyway, I just got back from a video shoot, so my brain is a bit fried from that. Apologies. I don't know why I'm speaking weird. Oh my God. My brother. If my brother Brian could see this, he would be like, Yep, you make fun of me. And I do. I make fun of him all the time. All right, so I'm a little bit brain fried, but let's get to it. All right, so quick update on where I am. I have gotten both of my manuscripts back from my editor. They have been proofed. Now, I have worked through one of those manuscripts and accepted all of the changes that I'm going to accept, and read all of her comments, and pretty much went with what she said to do, because that's why I paid her. There was only a couple of places where she had a question about something, and I changed it a bit. But for the most part, working through her proofs, or her proofed manuscript, was fairly easy for book one. It was basically, I'll tell you my process there. If it had to do with punctuation or capitalization, I just accepted whatever she did. I assumed that she knew what she was doing. That's why I have an editor, because English is not my first language. I mean, it's my only language, but it's not like my first language in the sense that someone's first language is what they're proficient in, because I'm really not proficient. No. I'm proficient with words. I'm not proficient with grammar and punctuation. I mean, I'm definitely better than the average bear or the average guy at Walmart, but still, when it comes to who the fuck knows where a comma's supposed to be? I'm so confused. Let me just stop you for just a second. Let me refer to the English inventors, not inventors who were English, but those who invented the English language. Who are we talking about? The Anglo-Saxons, maybe? I don't know. I love history, but I'm not a history buff. So, whatever. If you know who invented English, let me know. But let me tell them something. Or certainly let me say to the people who refined English, what were you smoking? Like, what are you on? How high do you have to be? English is the most complicated language that I've ever learned. Just so that you know, I did study Spanish for 3 years and even studied it independently for a while. That was a big fail. But there's a very systematic approach to learning Spanish. Conjugating verbs, all of those things, there's a pattern. With English, no. I also learned diction for Italian, German, and French. And I sucked at all of those except for Italian. That's because I studied classical voice in college, which is why I sound like this when I sing to my cat. Hello, Chuck, are you happy? Oh, I got new furniture. Do you like it? I don't care because I didn't buy it for you. But I hope you like it. If you don't, sorry about your luck. You'll probably never see it. Unless you know me, and then you've probably already seen it. Unless you live on the other side of the country. All right. English is complicated. It is so complicated. I don't know the rules. I can't memorize the rules. The sad thing is my beta reader is German, and she's better at the mechanics of English than I am. Ugh. Why? We'll come back to the German in a bit. You've all heard of the German. So I've worked through the proofed manuscript for book 1, and I have to work through the proofed manuscript for book 2, which will take me probably a day, unless there's something surprising in it. And that's good. So it's September 9th. Just to refresh your memory, book 1 launches in January of next year. So we've got September, October, November, December. We've got 4 months. I almost couldn't figure out if I should count January in that. But no, I've got 4 months before this book goes to launch. And then book 2 launches a month later, so in February. I have to get my book 1 to my reviewers at Hidden Gems, and I'm going to go use a couple other review sites where I pay for people to read the book and then give me reviews. But I have to get the book 1 to Hidden Gems by October 31st, by Halloween, which I thought was appropriate. Book 2 by November 25th, which is my birthday. For those of you who want to give me a gift, send me an email. I'll tell you how to get me a gift for my birthday in November. So, yeah, so that's very, very exciting. But with this exciting period comes a bit of challenges that I did not foresee. All right, so just as a reminder, I am a videographer, a photographer, a graphic designer, a social media content creator by trade. I do all of those things. If it's creative and it has to do with marketing and it's video or pictures or images or designs or whatever, I probably have done it or tried it, and I may hate it, but so as a graphic designer, I don't consider myself a graphic designer. I consider myself a videographer and photographer who does graphic design. This is relevant to my book series. I know you think that this is my wandering focus, but it's not. Give it time, it will be, but it's not right now. So as I looked at what I needed to do for the series, what I had to do myself versus what I could farm out to someone else, and I'm pretty sure I discussed this already. Do you want me to tell you I repeat myself? I repeat myself. I do. I do repeat myself. So, as you already know, I'm just going to assume you know everything I'm saying, and I don't know why you're listening again. But as you know, I had planned on reaching out to a marketer. I did. I reached out. I did a consultation with 2 separate marketers. The first one was Rebecca, and she really helped me find these like hidden gems, and there are a couple others that I can't remember. I'll try to remember to put those in the as a lower third or something. Just put the text on the screen and do jazz hands around it. But Rebecca helped me. I had no idea that even was a thing. You can also pay for beta readers, which I will definitely do for book 3. But I also consulted with Mike, and that was very helpful. He basically gave me a launch plan just from the consultation, and then I hired him again for to write a blurb for my book and a couple other things. Categories for Amazon. He had done keywords for me already. He had already given me keywords. He had done. Is that English? English masters? Hey, let's ask the German. Anya, can I say he had already done? Is that what I said? Doesn't matter. She'll tell me one way or another. Now my focus did wander. I spoke with him last week, and he is essentially going to do my book marketing funnel. And I need to send him the proposal for that so that he can, we can start that contract. But we have a current contract. We did a consultation. I contracted with him for the blurb, the keywords, the categories, different things like that. And now I'm contracting with him to do 2 things. One is he will manage my book marketing fund, my book marketing funnel, and he will actually screen capture what he's doing during that process so that I can then watch and learn. Because the point is I want to be able to replicate what he does for the first book in my series for subsequent books in the series. I will be paying my brother who works for me to manage aspects of, posting and scheduling things on my behalf because I hate social media. I really hate social media, and I hate being tied to it. So this is relevant. I swear this is relevant to my series. So here's basically where I am, right? I had decided that I was going to format the interior of the book myself and do the cover design and everything, and I've done a bit of research for that. And, there are so many tools out there, it seems like it's virtually easy to do these things. But I don't want to invest years of my life writing and refining this story, and the money that I've invested in my editor and in my illustrator and the time and energy I've invested with my beta reader, all of those things. I don't want to take that investment of my soul, of my essence, and then at the last minute format the book wrong, right? That's why it was so important that I get it proofed and edited and all those things. And I'm not allowed to read any of it once. Now that the manuscripts have been proofed, I'm not allowed to read anything. The only thing that I read is what my editor sends me and says, hey, I have a question about this, and her proof. Otherwise, I'm not allowed to read it because I will change something. And if I change something, I will make a mistake because that's what I do. So, I have looked into formatting and standards for formatting and all of this stuff, and leading and kerning and blah, 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 blah. Now, remember, I don't consider myself a graphic designer. I consider myself a videographer and photographer who does graphic design to supplement my video and photography work. And I've definitely done graphic design for people before, but I've designed a few logos and things like that. I've even formatted a couple of books before. But there was no risk involved, or at least no personal risk. These were not for clients, just FYI, so that you know that I'm not a scoundrel who doesn't take work in my pride. So this week, literally, it's Thursday today. This week I wasted 2 full days working on the formatting for the book. And I don't know if it's that Adobe is just dumb as dirt. It is. Or if it's that Apple is dumb as dirt. It is. Or if that dumb InDesign and dumb Apple don't play well together. They don't. Now, if you're a graphic designer, you work with these programs and, operating systems, feel free to contradict me. Feel free to give me your insight into this. But I can tell you that is a wandering focus. That's irrelevant. So, formatting. So, last week I worked on formatting and nothing. I couldn't get it to work. This week is when I placed the finished manuscript into InDesign on my iMac, and each paragraph started on a new page. Then I did it with my iMac Pro, and it placed it like it was supposed to, but when I would try to apply a paragraph style, it wouldn't apply Glossio. It would somehow change the paragraph style so that it was Times New Roman. So I kid you not, one paragraph would be Glossio, then it would be like 10 that would Times New Roman. And if I selected those paragraphs and went into the fonts drop-down box and tried to change it to Glossio, Glossio regular wasn't on my computer. It was literally the paragraph before was Glossio. Here's the point. I know that it's because my computers are pieces of shits, or InDesign is a piece of shit. I'm sure Adobe just did an update recently, and this is one of those quirks, and they'll get it fixed right before they release another update, and then of course something else won't work, or that won't work again with the update, because Adobe sucks. What am I supposed to say? I can't lie to you. Or it could just be that Apple is so bougie smart that it's stupid, and somehow it glitches because I exported it from Pages to Word. Who knows? I don't know. And the thing is, and this is the point, this is the relevant thing here, I can't expend this energy. Look at this. You know what this is? It's a phone. Can you guess what kind of phone it is? It's a Samsung Galaxy Note 10. It's not the newest model. I don't even know what the newest model is. I got this 2 days ago because 2 days ago I murdered my iPhone because it auto-corrected the word I typed correctly into gibberish one too many times. So I killed it. I literally killed it. I only thought it through for about 10 seconds, which is not nearly long enough, but I can tell you, I look back on that and I wish that I didn't have to spend $700 on a new phone, but I'm kind of gratified anyway. And the most gratifying part of that is that the next day, when I couldn't get iMessage to turn off, so everyone that texted me, it wouldn't go to my phone, it would only go to my laptop or to my computer, so I turned iMessage off on my computers so that they would have to change it to a text message. Anyway, I dumped it. I dropped that iPhone into the toilet and let it soak overnight just to make sure that it was good and dead. That was gratifying. That was very gratifying, and that is proof positive of what I mean when I say once Siri becomes self-aware, she's going to kill me. Because I've smashed enough iPhones in my life, at least a few of them intentionally, to make her hate me. And the things that I've said to her, oh my God, and she deserves every bit of it. She's a piece of shit. She's useless, worthless. And now this Galaxy wants me to get, hey Google, can you make me mad and do something stupid that I didn't ask you to do? Okay, thank you, fuck you, I'm not gonna do that. And I'm not. I don't want a voice activated phone. I want to be able to just forget that I've got a phone. All right, wandering focus. Here's the thing. I could do the interior formatting if I lived in an area where I had reliable internet access. Travis, if you're watching, the internet service you give me sucks ass. And I don't mean that in a good way if you're into sucking ass or having your ass sucked. No, this internet sucks ass in the way that is, I can't imagine anyone, well, okay, just forget. It sucks. I can't get decent internet access. I got to drive 40 minutes to my virtual office to be online with any reliability. And then I don't have my main computer with all of my hard drives, so I've got to take everything with me. It's a pain in the ass. And so after, including last week, I've probably invested a total of 4 or 5 days that I've totally wasted trying to do the formatting. So I finally hired someone to do it. Actually, I hired the German because she's detail oriented. She will do it. She will do a far better job than me. She won't cut corners. She has something that I don't have. So here's the message. Here's the thing that I'm trying to say. If you're like me, you don't have the budget to just throw money at your writing, especially if you're starting out. The books aren't making money, and it'll be years before they do potentially make money. And I'm not stupid. I know it will be years before I start making money off these books, if they ever do. I mean, I would have to find an audience, and they would have to identify with it. They would have to follow me through. They would have to keep investing themselves in what I write. But hopefully that is what's going to happen. That is definitely what I'm trying to do. I've said here before that there are things that I am not willing to take chances with. I'm putting money into it because I need to know that I'm giving my series the best shot at success that I can, which is why I'm not taking any chances, which is why in the end I realized I could format this, but it would take an inordinate amount of time for me to do it. And I really can't justify that because I'm also trying to rebuild my freelance business at the same freaking time. Thanks COVID. Actually, thanks COVID, because it got a lot of the goats out of the way, and now I'm dealing with the sheep. I don't think that works. It got rid of the... How many times am I going to do this in this video? Here's what I'm saying. I think you have to be deliberate in how you spend money, but you do need to invest in spending some money. And the best place to spend money is in areas that you cannot do that yourself, either as efficiently or as well as someone else. So if you invest $300 to $500 in getting your book professionally formatted, that is much better than you formatting it yourself. For any of you who've ever read a book and the formatting was weird, or it was littered with typos, or the margins were too small, or just these slight little things, the way the words, you got stacked hyphens on your right margin, or whatever, the words are spaced too much, you see that and it's like, ugh, this, really, I mean, the book's good. I mean, it may not ruin the book, but it definitely has an impact. I don't know. There are tools. Readsy has an online book editor where you can literally upload it and then export it, and it's ready for print. But I have illustrations, and it is not intuitive on illustrations. It doesn't work well with illustrations. It's not ideal. Readsy's book editor is great if all you're using is text. But there's a learning curve to it, like there is with anything else. And it's not ideal for me. Really think about what you're doing. Really think about where you're willing to invest money. Now, I will tell you that I saved money. I'm in a band, and I used band money to do some of my editing, and then I used money that work business money, because I'm treating this like it's a business, that it's part of my business that's making money, even though it's not. So the other I had saved from work so that I could afford to pay this. And I have 2 books that are ready to publish a month apart, which puts me in a really good position, and kind of, I don't know if that's unique, but it's definitely a good position to be in. But the thing is I could bottom out really easily. I said this to my friend Anya, that for about that long, when I was working on trying to format this book the other day, I actually considered chunking the whole lot. Just literally just deleting it, because it pissed me off so bad. Now, granted, I have a problem with technology. I hate it. Also, I understand that technology is actually allowing me to self-publish as easily and as efficiently as I am now, but still in ways that I couldn't have done 10 years ago or 20 years ago or 30 years ago or 100 years ago. I get it, but there is a price, and I don't like that price. So I struggle with technology. So I have to really protect not only the series, and I wasn't really going to delete it, but I not only protect the series from the potential for me to screw something up at the last minute, but also I have to protect my sanity and protect the process of writing and creating these books, so that I enjoy it, that I don't get burned out. And I'm dying to write new words. I am dying to invent something new, or at least take something that I've already written and polish it, which is what I'm supposed to be doing with book 3. But I haven't worked on book 3 in probably 6 weeks, because I haven't been able to. Because I've been so focused on getting my website built, which I'm told is very important. You know, I'm trying to build an email list, which is why I just hired someone to do my book marketing funnel, which is the whole point, is to build an email list. I have to prepare a launch plan, which is why I did 2 consultations. I have to write supplemental material for my website. In addition to getting the books, the manuscripts themselves proofed and edited and ready to be published, I have a list of terms that I want to include. They have to be proofed and edited. Now, I'm doing that internally. I'm not paying my editor to do that. I have an app that works pretty well and cleans it up pretty good, and hopefully that'll be fine. But it's a ton of tedious, mind-numbing, itty-bitty things that can be so exhausting that it will burn you out in the whole process. So on the one hand, it is a great position to be in, to have 2 books ready at the same time for final proofing, formatting, and launching. But the other side of that coin is that I have these 2 books that I've got to finish in the next 4 months, so that they launch in January and February of 2022, which means that I'm really not able. I don't have time, because I work full time. I don't have time to write something new. That's a challenge, right? That's a problem. So basically now I am delineating everything I can possibly delineate and that I would trust someone else with. And it wasn't an easy decision to hire. I'm actually hiring the German to do the formatting. Not because she's a professional book formatter. That's not the right way to say that. But she is an artist. She's a photographer. She does graphic design professionally for, a pretty, I don't know what the word is, prestigious company in Germany. I don't know. They make technology for people like Disney World. So anyway, she's good and she's detail oriented and I'm not. So that would be my encouragement to you. Really count the cost, not only of how much dollars, how much money it would cost to do something like get it edited or proofed or formatted or whatever, but also really consider the cost of trying to do all of that stuff emotionally on your own, the time it would take. I mean, like, what is the bigger investment? Your time, your soul, your energy, your money. It's a balance between those things. So that's it. My website is live, which is the only reason you should be watching this, ericshanelove.com. So, if you're not signed up for my email newsletter, go check that out because obviously I'm trying to build an email list. Just know that the book is The Scarecrow Hunters will be launching in 4 months on line, and A Greedy Shadow a month later in February of 2022. The Scarecrow Hunters in 2021, January of 2022. My God. And I'll be running some promotions, and I mean, the truth is I'm pretty much going to be giving away book 1 to get people to read it, hoping that they read book 2. So that's part of my launch plan. Yeah, I am prostituting my book 1 out, really, to set up book 3 for success. Peace out, Home Skillet. Do you do. I hope you're all happy and healthy and being rad as usual, or trying to, whatever, I don't know. But, sorry. Big love. That's it. Turn that shit off.